What's going on, guys? Nathan here, playing some more Team Fortress 2, and this is gameplay on PL Gold Rush. I ended up going 13-4 as a pretty much default Pyro, except for the the melee slot. Actually, I believe I had the extinguisher in it. So yeah, today I really just wanted to talk to you guys about some refreshing classes, or rather relaxing classes. If you don't want to be like a super tryhard in Team Fortress 2, and I'm just going to try to do this in one take, or as little takes as possible, because, you know, this is supposed to be just, you know, like a whatever, you know, relaxing class. But for me, I just actually kind of like playing Pyro because, for me, there's less things to think about because with the original or default flamethrower, you just kind of flame people and air blast when you see some enemy projectiles or something like that, rather than the degreaser, where you're like kind of guessing how much to flame people before you air blast them and shoot them with your shotgun or flare gun. And you know, I mean, I'd just rather not have that whole thought process going on in my head, and, you know, just kind of sit back and let the meat cook, if you know what I'm saying. Also, the reason why I'm choosing to use the original flamethrower rather than an even more simple flamethrower such as the backburner or Phlogistinator is because the original flamethrower has pretty decent damage and it still retains that 20 air blast ammo, like I said before, because with the backburner, even though it costs 50 ammo per air blast and might be more simple because you might not think about air blasting that much, however, I'd still like to think that I retain a sort of usefulness to my team because I'd like to think that I did air blast a fair amount of projectiles in this gameplay. And with the backburner, I mean, maybe I would have been at a dispenser more, getting some more ammo for my backburner to air blast more projectiles or something, and I might not have been as much of a help to my team. But the flamethrower does do decent damage, and like the Phlogistinator, I mean, you guys kind of know my thoughts on that, and plus it doesn't have any air blast, which is a huge downside. And I would also like to think I was a big help to my team in this gameplay too, because I'm actually flaming a lot and spy checking a lot that one engineer nest on our right side in that little alcove. But yeah, so that's kind of just why I'm using the primary flamethrower. Now, if you're just kind of looking to relax as Pyro, I would definitely either keep the back scratcher or the extinguisher in your pocket as your melee. And I'd say the back scratcher if you guys don't have a medic or an engineer, because obviously, as you guys know, medics can't heal you as fast with the back scratcher. And the back scratcher's effects are probably the second best in the game, where you gain more health from health packs, and it also has additional damage. And then I'd either do that or the extinguisher, because, you know, I mean, having an extinguisher in your pocket is always very, very nice, and I do use it once in this gameplay, and it actually worked out well. I would have been killed by the heavy had I not been using it, so there you go. Now, for your secondary, if you really want to just get a relaxing Pyro setup, then just, you know, I mean, use the scorch shot, because that's kind of a fire and forget. I mean, you don't have to, like, look too much into, like, tactics, like, oh, I got to get this 90 damage crit on them with the flare gun, and, you know, with the scorch shot, you just gotta fire and forget. But personal preference, I would just not use it, because I do like the shotgun, hence why I named it Old Faithful with a name tag in-game. And yeah, so that's just kind of why I use my secondary, because shotgun is beast. And if you guys didn't know, I believe the shotgun does 126 damage for a meat shot, and a meat shot being where you get all pellets into an enemy. So correct me if I'm wrong, but when I did some testing, it was either 122 or 126, so that's just a random fact if you guys didn't know. And yeah, so as for Pyro, that's all I really wanted to talk about for him/her, asterisk on the her. And yeah, if you want to just play some relaxing Pyro, just maybe put on this class or modify it a little bit and go hog wild. Feel free to not get into the game, because that's what I did in this gameplay, and really I didn't really care about anything except for like spot checking for the engineers. But one other thing I did want to mention is that lately in TF2 I've been trying to get really good at Pyro, Spy, and Sniper, and emphasis on the Spy, because I've always really wanted to be like a really, really good spy, and also Spy is probably my best looking class in terms of hats, because I have that sexy big kill, along with the Charmer's Chapeau, the Lay Party Phantom, and then the gold painted Rogue's Cow Rule. So yeah, and one other thing I wanted to tell you guys is that I'm going to be starting my new own casual gaming clan for TF2. All info will be in the description. Feel free to join this, because from now on I'm going to have the clan initials in front of my name on Steam. And yeah, the name completely represents itself, and you'll find the name in the description along with the info, so feel free to check check it out and feel free to join it because it's not like super intense, just, you know, laid back and we can just play some pub matches together. So anyway, that will wrap up this video, guys. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it, and if you could leave a like if you enjoyed the video, that would also be much appreciated. And if you like TF2, feel free to subscribe, because I always say this because I always bring it to my channel. And yeah, that will wrap up this video once again, and I will see you later. Peace out.